You're looking good. You feel good? You all right?
I feel good. It's such a weird framing, but you know, I always but this is the best light in the place, so we'll just
Okay.
go with it if
Let's
that's
get you framed good. And then what I'm going to do is first of all, thank you for doing this, number one. Number two, I'm going to get rid of my view. So
okay.
you'll hear me, but you will not see me.
Okay.
Because, it's all about you, to be honest. There he is, Mr. Ronson. How you doing? No. So obviously, what an achievement for a single movie soundtrack to win so many Grammy nominations. First question's obvious. Tell us your thoughts on this.
I mean, it's really obviously gratifying. It was very exciting. It was sort of unexpected. We really did strive, Greta, myself, Kevin, and the whole Atlantic crew like really did strive to do something a cut above because Greta's movies are a cut above. You know, she was tackling Barbie, but it was this movie with a lot of emotional resonance and the stuff. So we 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 really wanted to match that with the songs and these amazing songs from Billie Eilish and Dua Lipa and Sam Smith and Charlie XCX and everybody that really like go hand in hand with the subject matter of the film. So that's what we were striving for, but then to be recognized with it and to with the soundtrack that was, such a big film that doesn't always happen. So it was really exciting.
So I kind of know this answer, but can you tell our viewers and listeners, how did you become like entrusted with producing this soundtrack? Any specific requests from Greta for you?
Well, it started because we wrote Dance the Night and I'm Just Ken. My partner Andrew and I, and Dance the Night we wrote with Dua and Carolyn. And we just by that point we were probably a couple months deep into the film. Had this great dialogue going back and forth with Greta, and she seemed to just really like how we understood her film and how she wanted music to serve it. So when we met with Kevin and the Atlantic crew, it was kind of like this is the team, this is the dream team. So Greta and I would have these almost like weekly, we would have these Zooms with like a different artist who would maybe be in their home or in their studio, whether it was Carol G or Haim or Lizzo. And Greta would set up these clips from the film because the film wasn't really anywhere near assembled yet. But we would, Greta would do a setup, play a little clip from the film, explain the next clip. And then we would usually have the scene that we would really love that artist to write for. So, like with the Charlie XCX, it was the Mattel chase, with Billy, it was already, the idea was definitely for her and Phineas to write this song for the big epic finale and do we had already written the song, but we knew that was going to be for the dance number. So I think we just had a good dialogue going and we just went from there.
I love it. And were there specific considerations that you took in selecting the songs and selecting the artists? Like, the creative process on that?
I think Greta just had like her wish list, and I had mine, and a lot of it was the same. And we just started to look and be like, okay, by process of elimination, who seems to be best? Who would speak to this energy the most? And that's just how we did it.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's so rare for a soundtrack to be this successful. What do you think it is about this soundtrack that struck a chord?
I think that it's the movie just was obviously had this great moment and it just brought people together in a way. Like I remember going on opening night on Friday in Times Square and just seeing like, like Muslim women in pink hijabs and like young black women in like fuchsia wigs and preppy dudes and like pink polos. It really was this crazy like cultural happening. And I think the music by way of like the artists that we had and of course having Nicki Minaj, who's just like, has kept the word Barbie alive in pop culture for the music culture for the last 20 years, like having her and Ice Spice on it, like it was just this thing. They just played into each other so well.
Okay, so I only have a minute or two left, so I just want to let's talk specifically about Grammy night. You a lot of nominations, multiple categories. What's your goals for Grammy night?
What's my goal?
for Grammy night?
Yeah. Like at this point, it's so funny because a lot of the times, like it's like three Barbie songs or four Barbie songs competing against each other. So like, um, it's all like this very, the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice, obviously Billy, Andrew, Dua, Phineas, Carol, and I all singing together. We're all just kind of like down for the cause. I think that it'd be great to win a couple or not. Like I never like. I think this is probably be my fourth or fifth year of going to the Grammys, being nominated. I've gone and won nothing some years. I've gone and won big other years. Like so, I have a fairly like not relaxed, but I try to just go and enjoy the night.
Who are you, man? You are amazing, brother. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much. Sorry I
I'll
was
see
a
you on
little
the
late,
carpet.
and I hope to see you soon.
Big hug. Say hi to your stepfather. All right.
I definitely will. I definitely will.